Good afternoon, everyone. This is my second video today, and actually my third. I realized as I was, setting the camera on the dashboard, my microphone plug wasn't plugged in, and I don't think, if you remember back, I think it was day 2, video challenge day 2. I had recorded an entire video, and the mic wasn't plugged in all the way. It looked like it was plugged in, it just wasn't all the way. And so I recorded, I think about back then I recorded like a 15-minute video, and I realized when I finished that there was no value. So as I started this previous video like 5 minutes ago, I realized as I looked at the camera that the mic wasn't connected all the way. So once I realized that, I stopped the video immediately, and luckily I only rambled on for about 2 minutes, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, so back to what I was saying before you guys can hear me. I got some new things down the pike. I just revamped with my mentor. I'm going to be mentoring with him more in depth. We got a 3-day training that we're going to be going down. He's going to fly us to Miami, and he's going to show us how to scale our business even more, and grow our different avenues, different sources of income. He's going to show us a lot. So it's great having mentors, man. I'm in this type of journey, you need people who know what they're doing to be able to get you past the struggling aspects of a business, because when you first started, I don't recall if I told you guys, but when I first started at 22, I started my cleaning business, and it took a good 2 years to lock my first account. Not really do anything, but to lock my first account. And to most, it might seem like, well, you did nothing. Well, how did I get my first account if I did nothing? You know what I mean? So it took me 2 years to get my first account, and when I did, it just kind of snowballed, and it went from there. But if I would have had a mentor, they would have guided me on what they did wrong, and then I would have basically duplicated his results on how he eventually got started, and I wouldn't have paid 2 years of my time trying to figure out how I'm going to make this happen. So when I started my internet business with my wife, this young kid was making, I think it was at the time, he was making $400,000 a month, and he immediately scaled to $1 million. And now he's trying to do, I think he's now scaling it to $1 million either at, not a day, it must be $1 million a week. I think he's doing $1 million a week. Or even more. So anyways, he's got multiple different sources of income, the whole 9 yards. And I told my wife, I says, we need a mentor. We need to be able to, we can't start this business trial and error. One of these other mentors actually said it. He says, you either pay for your mistakes or you pay, or no, what did he say? He said, you either pay for a mentor or you pay for your mistakes. One or the other, the money's going to be gone. And it's so true. In a service-based business, you don't really lose money in a sense because you don't know how to advertise, you don't know how to do a lot of stuff. So what you do is you lose time, but in a sense, time is money, right? You go to work, you put in 8 hours, you get paid for those 8 hours. You get out, you punch out, you don't get paid no more. In an online business, it's a little different. We'll get into that a little bit later. You get paid 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even when you're sleeping, because it's automated systems. So you pay with your time, and your time you can't get that back. I can't get those 2 years back, and I don't regret it because I learned. And a lot of you won't be able to afford a mentor or so on and so forth, and that's okay too. You would just lose time, but I mean, that shouldn't discourage you from starting a business or trying to pursue your dreams. You do what you please, and make sure that you're take action. But we were fortunate enough to be able to pay for a mentor, and he has scaled our business like tremendously, and now we're going into a more in-depth mentorship. So it's great. But yeah, so I lost my train of thought. But where was I? Oh yeah, so he's basically going to be going in depth. He's going to show us how to scale our business. So for example, he's into Bitcoin, he's into real estate, he's into multiple different sources of income, e-commerce, drop shipping. So he's going to help us, start branding ourselves into those fields, because you never want to stay put. You want to make sure that when you're first starting out, you want to stick to one stream of income, and you want to stick to, one method of advertising, right? But once you start getting the hang of that, and you're making revenue from that, now you want to get into different sources of income, so that way you don't put all your eggs in one basket. I know people hear that in business all the time, and I hate hearing that because, for example, if you're looking to become an entrepreneur and start an online business or any type of business, brick and mortar business, a job is all your eggs in one basket. My wife was employed, and over a year ago, she was laid off from that job. So one, job security is out the window these days, but two, that's all your eggs in one basket. I mean, the company went belly up. I mean, you're talking a $250 million. I think they were making $250 million every month or something like that. Or no, I'm sorry, annually. And they went belly up. They didn't get into the internet market fast enough. So look how fast the internet is growing. They're taking companies that are almost billions of dollars of companies and going belly up. Toys R Us is a prime example as well. So job security is none. And when you have a job, I don't care if it's a career, I don't care if they pay you 6 figures, 7 figures, I just spoke with somebody, I think in a few videos ago, I spoke about it, where this guy was making $700,000 a year. I mean, 6,000 square foot homes, and I don't think that's considered a mansion yet, but you're talking making good money, and lost his job and lost everything. He's down to his savings. He has a regular job now because his company sold, and when they sold, the owner died, and he didn't have any way of really keeping to secure his contract, and he was gone. With the new company, they're like, we don't need you, we have our own, and that was it. So it doesn't matter how much money you make. I mean, you could have resources, you could have all this stuff, and you can keep a job for a long period of time, but that's just not as secure. And neither is the internet, if you want to be quite frank. The internet is not secure, but I'm going to tell you like this. If you have a mentor that knows what he's doing, it's as secure as anything. So the hardest thing about a business is from the foundation level, making sure you can get a steady flow. But when you have the right systems in place, those systems get you that consistency. Doesn't matter that you may personally think, oh, nobody's gonna buy, no one's gonna do this. That stuff goes out the window when you have the system in place, because people buy. You'd be shocked. I say it all the time. You'd be shocked. But it's because it works. It's not just because they're selling them nothing. No, you're selling them products that work. Whatever the case may be, whether they're education, whether they're colognes, or whatever the case may be. That's pretty much what it is, and I'm happy to say that I've been mentored, and I'm continuing to seek mentorships. And the reason being is because I don't know everything, and if I'm honest with you, how easy it has been with mentors, it's crazy. I mean, because an online business could be very, very scary. You might think, people are scamming you, people are this, people are that. When you have a mentor, all those thoughts go out the window because they know how to make money. They know how to make revenue, right? They know how to teach you to get, virtual assistants, coachings, marketing assistants, the whole 9 yards, where it's like, I can literally run and operate a business where I don't even have to sit in front of a computer. Or very little. Just answer the phone, and that's for the most part what I do. So once you set it all up, you can talk about a very, very smooth system. But when you don't have those types of skills and those techniques, that's tough to build, especially when you're trying to build a company. It's kind of like when you pay for a Subway or McDonald's. You don't pay all those millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars to sell sandwiches. You pay that to borrow their system. Their system is what brings revenue. So you pay to own that franchise because you want to utilize their marketing, because they got commercials that you don't pay for. They got a whole bunch of other stuff that brands their business. So now all you're doing is really collecting profits off that business. So there's an ambulance here. So that's what you're paying for. And when you have a mentor, that's basically what you're kind of doing. How I have it set up with my mentor, I basically paid him to give me what he does in his business, and he gave it to me. And within 3 months, I tripled what I paid him. I wouldn't have done that flat out. I wouldn't have done that because I'm basically putting his business into mine, right? So when you have multiple different mentors, your business could flourish because now you're getting different techniques and different strategies from different people. But it's amazing. It's amazing how, and a lot of people say, well, you should give it for me for free. The thing is, it's very time consuming. It's very time consuming when you don't know what you're doing. And for someone to live the .com lifestyle, which I like to call, it's not fun trying to teach somebody of a business that they may have no clue about. It takes time. My wife and I were heads to the computer for a long period of time, for about 2 months every day. We don't work ordinary jobs, so we're at home. I have a cleaning business that was able to pay our bills, and we could focus on this 100%. So we knocked the learning curve off like a lot, but it was still enough where it's like you gotta invest time into it too. But when you have mentors, they help you with with their systems, and it's amazing how this all works. But yeah, so that's all I have. That's all I have. I'm glad I got my second video today. I've been trying to do the second video for 2 days now, and it hasn't worked. But at least I got my second one. I don't have to do one tonight because I got some work to do, and I don't want to chance it by not being able to make it. So I shot it a little early. I just pulled up at my daughter's school right now. I'm waiting for her to get out, and I'll be going to the store, then going home to eat dinner and relaxing a little bit. Alright guys, like and share my video, subscribe to my channel. If you're looking to see how we start our online business, download our ebook. It's down below, The Entrepreneur's Manual. Also, if you want to add us on Facebook, the link is below. Daniel and Diana. Facebook / Daniel and Diana, or Diana and Daniel. Sorry. And last but not least, if you want to join the .com Masterclass, our private group where we give our strategies to you for free, how we got our business off the ground. And that's pretty much it, guys. All right. Thank you for watching. I'll speak to you guys tomorrow. Bye.